Good evening and welcome along to the action here at the Online Darts Live League. I'm Chris Murphy and it is finals night on Champions Week. It's all to play for. 6 players remaining from the 48 that entered Phase 4 of this event, and they will all play down to a winner tonight, with somebody pocketing a cool £6,000 first prize. Well, 12 of them have been in action over the course of Champions Week. Let's take a look at how they got to finals night, starting with Group A, which was played out from Monday to Wednesday, and Kevin Burness enjoyed success in that group, finishing 2 points ahead of Gary Stone, but that doesn't tell the full picture because Burness did battle with Burnett in a winner-takes-all match at the very end of Wednesday's action, and he won that to advance straight through to finals night. He's had his feet up since the end of Wednesday and is fresh and ready to face his opponents this evening. Group B, well, that concluded last night, and Charles Barstow topped the table. 3 players progressing from this group, and again, Richie Burnett was denied in the cruelest fashion. Twice Burnett losing out in the very last moments, the very last legs of groups. It wasn't even a match he was playing in. Jared Cole had to beat Nick Fulwell 4-2 or better. He did beat him 4-2. He took 3rd place, and he moved through to finals night with 2nd place Gary Stone, who has won his last 5 matches here at the Online Darts Live League, and Chaz Barstow, who won all his matches on Thursday night before winning a couple more yesterday to join the other 3 players I mentioned. Group C then to finish off the finals night lineup, and it was the 2 Robs that made it through from that group, Robert Owen and Rob Collins. Chris Gilliland unfortunate to miss out by 2 points. Johnny Haynes, Connor Scott and Martin Adams all on 8 points in what was a very tight group. It went right down to the wire, but Owen the Welshman and Rob Collins progressed to complete the lineup for finals night this evening. And this is who will play who, split into 2 groups here on finals night. As always, Kevin Burness getting the action underway in the opening match against Gary Stone in Group 1. They're joined by Rob Collins, and then Chaz Barstow against Robert Owen in the second match, the opening tie of Group 2, and they are joined in that group by Jared Cole. So all of the players in each group will play each other once, the top 2 advancing to the semi-finals, and then the winner of those semi-finals meeting in the final. There is a 3rd place playoff as well, a little bit more prize money for finishing 3rd rather than 4th, but that final will be a game for £3,000 effectively, the runner-up getting £3,000, the winner getting £6,000, and the right to call themselves an Online Darts Live League Champions Week champion. Richie Burnett won the first one, Jim Williams won the last one. Will the title stay in Wales with Robert Owen, or can somebody else get glory tonight? Well, let's get the action underway and find out. The opening match of the evening is Northern Ireland's Kevin Burness, as I mentioned, the winner of Group A against Gary Stone, who comes in on a hot streak. The Scotsman looking to take the title. Lost his first 3 games in Group B, but then won his next 5 to storm into finals night and to get himself in contention for that lovely £6,000 winner's cheque. Kevin Burness from Ballywalter in Northern Ireland, 55 years of age, very accustomed to getting this far. Gary Stone, the man standing in his way. Scotland won the World Cup last weekend. Will it be a Scotsman?
It's Kevin to throw first. Game on.
Taking the title tonight. I'm sure many of you are aware of goings on in Denmark. For those of you who are watching this
140.
rather than the Nordic Darts Masters final, I will do my best to keep you informed. Fallon Sherrock, of course, runner-up at the last Champions Week here at the Online Darts Live League, is in the final and leading the final 6-4 against a 3-time world champion Michael van Gerwin. I'm sure that all the fans of the Online League are rooting for Fallon in the final.
140.
I'll update you on that as it develops. Well, the finals night on week 1 saw Rob Collins, Robert Owen and Nick Fulwell progress to Champions Week. 2 of those have made it through
91
to tonight's finals
Kevin
night.
Require 81.
But it's Kevin Burness who is making a strong start here. We'll have to look at the 12 segments. And now the bull.
56.
He moved it, didn't he? He moved it.
Gary Require 130.
Stone would love a dart at the same target. Is he going to get one? No, he's not. That means Burness
94.
will return.
Kevin Require 25.
Just looking to tidy up the remaining 25.
9.
Didn't do it though.
Gary Require 36.
The man who got through in the final week of action,
Game
week
shot
4.
on the first leg.
Kevin Burness,
Gary
but he's
Stone.
down after missing darts to hold his throw in the first leg. And Gary Stone is off to a strong start after bagging a break.
Second leg, it's Gary to throw first. Game on.
Thank you, Kevin, says Gary. Burness was beaten 4-0 in the final
91.
7 days ago. You may remember Chaz Barstow, who also got through, and we'll see him up next against Robert Owen, thrashing
100.
Burness in that final with an average of 111.33, a match that took less than 6 minutes
100.
to complete.
100. 60.
As for Gary Stone, well, he came through on week 3
95.
on finals night. Despite an opening defeat to Martin Adams, he then beat Daryl Fitton.
140.
And Stone went
Gary
on to
Require
see off Tony
110.
O'Shea in the semi-final before the decider.
54. Kevin, you require 106.
In which he lost out to Martin Adams but went through as runner-up. Now, he's won the first leg here. Burness losing his throw. And Stone's going to have the opportunity to double his lead, and legs difference can make all the
58.
difference, particularly on finals
Gary,
night.
you require 56. $36. Kevin, you require 48. Game shot on the
Double
second
top
leg.
delivered
Kevin Burness.
by Kevin Burness, and it's back on throw. Stone's turn to miss a dart, hang on to his own throw, and Kevin Burness back in business and back in control.
Third leg, it's Kevin to throw first. Game on.
Fallon Sherrick still in control of that Nordic Darts Masters final. She leads Michael van Gerwen 7-5 in a race to 11. The runner-up at Champions Week 5 weeks ago. There has been some news as well at the Online Darts Live League. It's broken today that the players are going to receive some weekly prize money now. So a big boost for the players involved.
81.
An extra £5,000 per week on offer in prize money. So in weeks 1 to 4 in Phase 5, which starts on Monday,
81.
the winner on finals night will pick up £2,000. The runner-up £1,000, and they'll have a share of the £5,000 prize fund. The £15,000 prize fund for Champions Week finals night still remains intact. So £6,000 to the winner, £3,000 to the runner-up, £2,000 for third place, 1.5 for fourth.
59.
And the two players who don't progress from their group still pick up £1,000 each. On top of that, for phase 5, there is a highest checkout bonus being added
99.
on finals night of £500 to whoever hits the biggest finish. So plenty more rewards available for the competitors
97.
here at the Live League.
Kevin, you require 136.
136 for Burness.
96.
And that bonus doesn't take effect till phase 5. So sorry if you hit a big one tonight, boys, but
85.
all you'll get for it is the leg.
Kevin, you require 40.
Nothing big yet in terms of finishers
third leg. Kevin
in
Burness.
this match. But that is an important one for Kevin Burness all the same. He holds his throw for the first time tonight. And he takes the lead for the first time this evening.
Fourth leg, it's Gary to throw first.
Burness back on top.
98.
Northern Irishman, although he was actually born in Wrexham
30.
in Wales.
$177.
Can also tell you the lineup for next week. Aaron Turner has qualified through the MAD system. He'll be in action in Group A along with Carl
99.
Wilkinson, Connor Scott, who we've seen here at Champions Week, Martin Thomas, the Welshman, Mike Warburton and Richard North, all in action in
134.
Group A. Jim Williams, the Phase 3 champion, will join in Group B along with the scholar Matt Dennant.
140.
And Group C will see Darryl Pilgrim,
92.
Graham Usher and Tony the Bear Newell all being involved. That's next week though. It's focus on this week
52.
and this night, this Champions Night, when somebody will be crowned the winner and pick up that lucrative
43.
£6,000 winner's check.
Gary, require 40.
Stone now looking at double 10.
Game shot
In
on
it
the fourth
goes.
leg. Gary
And
Stone.
it's levels you devils after 4 here as Gary Stone finds his favourite double to tie things up at 2 legs apiece.
Fifth leg, it's Kevin to throw first. Game on.
It's also all square in that matchup between the once King of
41.
Darts and the Queen of the Palace. Michael van Gerwen 7, Fallon Sherrick 7. It's a race to 11 legs in Copenhagen.
55.
Keep you updated. Sure, some of you might be watching on both screens.
60.
A reminder of what's coming up here tonight. Well, Chaz Barstow
42.
faces Robert Owen in the second match. That is in Group 2. Then it's Collins v Burness. Rob Collins, that is, in this group before Jared
100.
Cole takes on Barstow in Group 2. Then Stone meets Collins and Owen takes on Cole. Van Gerwen has just gone ahead now against Fallon Sherrick going into the
46.
third break of the evening. It's still on throw, that match, but Van Gerwen leads 8-7.
$100. 96.
Both players in that one averaging the best part of 100. Gary Stone here around 90. Kevin Burness not far behind.
180.
A long way in front in this leg, thanks to the first 180 of finals night.
128.
Produced
Kevin, you require 20.
by the Iron Man, who
Game
nails
shot
the
on
double
fifth leg.
to
Kevin
follow
Burness.
and to put himself on the brink of an opening win. Kevin Burness 3-2 up here against Scotland's Gary Stone, who must win the last
Sixth
2
leg,
legs.
it's Gary to throw first. $91. 85.
I think it's fair to say that whatever happens over in Denmark, Fallon Sherrick is a credit to darts. She came very close to beating Jim Williams here in the last Champions Week finals night. And, yep, she's had a bit of luck.
100.
The withdrawal of Gerwin Price in that tournament. Dimitri Vandenberg missing 8 match darts, but boy did she put him under pressure. Went on to beat another major champion. And now mixing it with the best on the big stage in the final with Michael van Gerwen. And when Fallon Sherrick
96
produced that history-making moment at the World Championship, becoming the first woman to win on the Alexandra Palace stage at the PDC World
96.
Championship, I was around quite a lot and I saw how she took everything in her stride. Her mentality was exceptional. I think she's probably got the strongest mentality I've seen in any darts player. She immediately used her profile to raise money for charity.
97.
She fulfilled all her media obligations with aplomb.
57.
And
Kevin
she went on back on that stage and won again against who was then the world number 6, I believe, Mensa Suljovic. Vanessa here wants tops.
80.
So I say, absolutely, that we should all get behind Fallon Sherrick and appreciate what she's doing for darts. Enjoyed her appearance here at the Live League. Hopefully
20.
we'll see her again. Is that the last we've seen of Gary Stone in this match?
Kevin, you require 40.
Couldn't find the finish to tie up the tussle. And the same target is in front of Kevin Burness.
And the match.
But for him,
Kevin Burness.
It goes in. And Burness is off to a winning start and on course to reach the semi-finals here at finals night. An average of just over 90, the first 180 of the evening. But more importantly, the checkout percentage there of 44.5% in contrast to just 25% from Gary Stone. Well, we will be back with the start of Group 2 in 3 minutes' time. It's Robert Owen of Wales against the in-form Chaz Barstow. Do stay with us. Well, welcome back. What a start to the evening for Kevin Burness. A 4-2 success against Scotland's Gary Stone puts the Iron Man within touching distance of the semi-finals. That's in Group 1 of the three-men groups this evening on finals night at Champions Week. This is Group 2, and it is Charles Barstow, the winner of the last week of action in Phase 4. Going up against Wales' Robert Owen, the man flying the flag for the Red Dragons.
First leg, it's Chaz to throw first. Game on.
Who have been the dominant dartists at the online Darts Live League. Richie Burnett winning the pilot of this event and then taking the inaugural title in what was called Phase 2. It then went the way of Jim Williams when the Quiff defeated the Queen, Fallon Sherrock, in winning Phase 3. So Welsh hopes now rest with Robert Owen.
100.
Stack attack. Looking to take the title back to the Welsh Valleys. As for Fallon Sherrock, well, I know some of you are watching on multi-screen or are waiting for me to keep you informed. Well, she is now 10-7 behind against Michael van Gerwen, so would have to pull off an even more remarkable comeback than the one she produced to beat Dimitri van den Berg in
93.
the semi-final. She'd have to win 4 legs on the spin against a 3-time world champion. But what a moment for Fallon Sherrock to reach a televised final in a PDC
41.
tournament. The first woman to do so. It is another first for Fallon. But right here, we've got a first for more darts. And Chaz Barstow,
140.
many people's fancy to take the title tonight. He's been playing some electric stuff over the course of the last week or two.
59. Chaz, you require 47.
Chaz looking to take the first leg on top.
Shot on the first leg.
Never in doubt,
Chaz
was
Barstow.
it? Barstow opens his account for the evening. He lands double top, holds his throw, and is one up against Robert Owen.
Second leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, do let us know who you think will take the title tonight. Get involved at the usual place.
140.
At Darts Live League on social media. That's our Twitter
96.
handle. You can tell us who you think will win. We do appreciate the engagement, the involvement. We'd like you to get involved. You can contact me at Chris Murphy 180 as well. I can tell you that in Copenhagen,
100.
the final has just finished and Michael van Gerwen has won his first PDC title of 2021. It has taken until the 18th of September for him to do it, and he's done it in an historic final in beating Fallon Sherrock, the first female player to make a PDC
96.
final. Fantastic, Fallon. And it's magnificent for Michael van Gerwen as well. That has ended.
125.
And Michael van Gerwen's title drought also comes to an end. So the only darts action you can watch for the rest of the evening is right here.
65.
The online Darts Live League now takes centre stage. Chaz Barstow, many people's favourite to take the title,
90.
as I mentioned.
Robert, you require 100.
Robert Owen hoping to stop him. Does he go tops here? He does. Oh, tops hitting
Robert Owen.
From Robert Owen. That will get him going. A wonderful 100 finish. Blocked the treble somewhat, so he decided to throw 2 in the double. And what a finish it proved to be.
Throw first. Game on. $140.
Well, if you are just switching over, having witnessed the final of the Nordic Darts Masters where MVG defeated Fallon Sherrock.
60.
What's happened here? What have you missed? Well, just one match, actually. Kevin Burness beating Gary Stone in the opener in Group 1 of the 2 this evening. Usual format for finals night. Burness winning that one 4-2 with an average of 91. Gary Stone did miss darts in that last leg. 3 of them
55.
to take it to a decider. But it wasn't to be for Stone, who will have to defeat Rob Collins in his last match of the group stage. Collins takes on Burness next. Here, Chaz Barstow took the first leg on top, and then Robert Owen produced a fabulous
60.
tops check out of 100 to level things up.
$17.
Well, you can get away with that, Chaz Barstow. It was just 17. You know what I mean.
180. Chaz require 104.
Robert Owen pounced when he saw Chaz standing there.
88. Robert, you require 146.
Stack attack. Maxing up. But then running out of gas.
64. Chaz, you require 16.
Well, still not over the line in this leg, Chaz Barstow. Perhaps slightly embarrassed himself with that 17
Robert,
visit.
You require 82.
Needs to put that to the back of his mind and sort out the 16. Or the 8 that he now needs. Couldn't sort out the 16. That's in the 15, so now he wants the 17. For the bull.
40. Chaz, you require 8.
So 8 it is. Double
Game
4.
shot on the third leg.
Chaz Barstow claims it in the end to get his nose back in front, all on throw so far in this one. Barstow leads Owen by 2 legs to 1.
Fourth leg, it's Robert to throw first.
That's Charlie Corstefine calling the action this evening and keeping a beady eye on the players as well. Our match referee.
57. 58. 58. 140. 137. 43. 40.
It's getting a little bit scrappy all of a sudden. 43 for Owen, 40 then for Barstow. He sees the funny side.
60.
Cheeky Chaz. Appears to be enjoying himself. Certainly was enjoying himself a couple of nights ago and he won every single match. Clean sweep on Thursday. That feat was repeated on Friday by Gary Stone. But that winning run has come to an end.
$138. Chaz requires 74.
A miss from Robert Owen. Will it be punished? Double 5.
64. Robert, you require 18.
Split or hit? Well, he tried to hit, but now has to split.
10.
And that could be it.
Chaz, you require 10.
And he'll be thinking... Anyway,
Game
Chaz Barstow hits
leg.
double 5
Chaz Barstow
to move 2 legs clear, to break the Owen throw, and to move within 1 of a very convincing opening win that would see him plant 1 foot firmly in the semi-finals.
Chaz to throw first. Game on. $134. 57. 60. 60. 140. 100. Charge you require 167.
To win it in style. Not to be for Chaz Barstow, but the destination of the 2 points seems
95.
a formality now. $72 when he returns. And many think that he is the man to beat this evening.
Requires 72.
20. 40.
32.
Not quite there yet, but Robert Owen can't even do anything about it. Not on a finish after a dozen darts himself.
60.
And Chaz Barstow
Charge you require 40.
has the opportunity to wrap up this match.
Game, shots,
and wrap it up, he does.
Chaz Barstow.
And it's a handsome win, a flying start for him, a 4-1 success for brilliant Chaz Barstow. Robert Owen not at the races in the opener. The highlight for him, the 100 checkout with 2 double tops at the end of it. But that was as good as it got for Robert Owen. Just the 1 leg, 4 for Barstow. He's got 1 foot in the semi-finals. Has Kevin Burness, and he could book his place there in the next match when he takes on Rob Collins, and it's coming up in 3 minutes. You can count them. Welcome back. It is live darts action here at the Online Darts Live League, and it is finals night, and a special finals night it is as well, because it's week 5 of phase 4, and that means it's Champions Week. So the 6 remaining players from the 48 that started this phase are battling it out for a £6,000 winner's check. The first time that we've seen Rob Collins this evening, a former winner on the Challenge Tour. He's taking on Northern Ireland's Kevin Burness, who beat Gary Stone 4-2 in his opener to put 1 foot in the semi-finals. He will be there if he wins this match.
First leg, it's Rob to throw first. Game on.
If Collins can claim a win, then it will go down to the last match between the man of steel and the man of stone.
180.
The man of iron approaching the oche now. So 180 opener for Rob Collins. It's a perfect introduction to the evening's action for him. One of 2 players from
100.
the southeast of England, along with Chaz Barstow, who's beaten Robert Owen in his opening match. The Welshman going down 4-1, and it's looking like an uphill task for the title to stay in Wales, as Owen looks to follow in the footsteps of Jim Williams, who won the previous phase, and Richie Burnett, who has cruelly been denied twice
81.
this week. Lost a winner-takes-all last match shootout with Kevin Burness in Group A, and then was beaten
100. Rob, you require 140.
Group B in a match that he wasn't even playing in. Jared Cole had to beat Nick Fulwell 4-2 or better, and did win 4-2 in the very
60.
last match of last night to send Burnett packing and to put himself in the picture. Cole up next against Chaz Barstow.
95. Rob, you require 80.
So 80 for Collins to claim the first leg. This could be difficult. Maybe half the bed to aim at.
Aim shot on the
and
first
he finds
leg.
it.
Rob Collins.
A very nice combination finish from Rob Collins. There you see, didn't have too much to work with, but he found the space. And he opens up a slender lead.
It's Kevin to throw first. Game on.
At the start of his opening match of finals night.
100. 100. 100. 96. 140.
Rob Collins on 305. Not going to leave a finish now.
100. Kevin, you require 161.
Just those marginal gains that you need to ensure you get. Starting on the 18s on 305 means that even if you hit the single, you can leave a finish.
123.
Vanessa leaving at one of the dodgier doubles.
130. Kevin, you require 38. Game shot on the second leg.
But no drama.
Kevin Burness.
Burness uses the marker to guide the dart home, and he ties up this match at 1 leg apiece.
Third leg, it's Rob to throw first.
If you are just joining us, perhaps you've been witnessing the history in Denmark, where Fallon Sherrock became the first female player to reach a PDC final. Of course, she was a finalist here at the Online Darts Live League Champions Week at the end of the last phase. But she lost to Michael van Gerwen on the big stage in
140.
Copenhagen, the Nordic Darts Masters World Series event. But if you were watching that, what you've missed is a win for Burness in his opening match 4-2 against Gary Stone, and a win for Chaz Barstow 4-1 against Robert Owen. They're in opposing groups. This is Group 1. Jared Cole, the other player in Group 2, yet to get his
45.
title tilt underway. He meets Barstow after this one.
$135.
Burness and Rob Collins have seen plenty of each other in weeks gone by at the Online Darts Live League. But they weren't in the same group this week because Burness progressed from Group A, as he so often does actually. Gets his feet up for a few days while the others battle it out
100.
to join him in the finals.
Rob, you require 104.
Potentially a pendulum swinging moment coming in here, and that is a darting disaster for Rob Collins, who left himself with 99 problems.
44.
And a checkout ain't one.
Kevin, you require 76.
So 76 for Kevin Burness to break.
Game shot.
And there it is. It all went wrong when Rob Collins hit the 5, the target that didn't leave him any kind of finish from 104, and Burness stepped in to break the throw with a clinical kill.
Fourth leg, it's Kevin to throw first. Game on.
Of 76.
$140. $140. $140. $97. $140.
Well, Burness starting to flex his muscles now. He knows what it's all about. Probably one of the players at the Online Darts Live League who 81. Thinks he's kind of entitled to take one of the titles, such has been his superiority at times. It hasn't 69. Yet converted into a
Rob, you require 164.
A Champions Week win for him. But he will feel that that is just around the corner.
94.
Maybe tonight.
Kevin, you require 12.
Is the night.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Kevin Burness.
And quickly, Kevin opens up a 2-leg lead and is now 1 away from booking his place in the last 4.
Fifth leg, it's Rob to throw first. $96.
Kevin Burness has played in more matches at the Live League than any of the other 5 in the field this
100.
evening. If he does reach the semi-finals, he will play his 170th game. The big fish for Kevin Burness.
180.
At the Online Darts Live League. But 180 is the figure earned by Rob Collins, who's getting angry, getting animated in the background. Don't make him angry, Kevin. You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
125.
But he's certainly back in it. Teeing up a ton. A potential 11 dart leg in response.
Rob, you require 100.
In what is easily the highest quality game of the evening so far. Not going to see the Robert Owen
60.
tops trick repeated
Kevin,
by
you
Rob.
require 121.
Can Kevin kill it? Well, he couldn't.
57.
Anyone think that Rob Collins is
Rob, you
pumped
require
up for
40.
this?
Game shot on the fifth
But it's
leg.
working.
Rob Collins.
And never mind Rob Collins. This is Michael Van Gerning, isn't it, from Collins? Wonderful stuff. All the facial expressions. But he's found a way back
Sixth
into
leg,
the
it's
match.
Kevin to throw first. Game on.
The big story, of course, in darts today. Fallon Sherritt
140.
reaching the final. First female player to do so in a PDC event. But don't underestimate the significance of the other story of that final. Michael Van Gerwen winning
140.
his first title of 2021.
100.
It was a title drought of 293 days for MVG. Didn't pick up a title since the Players' Championship finals last year. Well, he's back in the winner's circle. Who else will be in the winner's circle today?
60.
Who will be the champion on Champions Week at the Live League? Well, this pair certainly staking a claim. 106.58 the average for Kevin Burness.
100.
Rob Collins not far behind. And potentially about to close the gap. Cancel out the break.
100.
And restore parity.
Rob, you require 121.
In this match. Treble 17. It's a long way off.
57.
So 101
Kevin,
for
you
Vanessa
require 101.
to put it to bed. But he can't do it. Collins comes again.
45. Rob, you require 64.
Double 8. Oh, he's bent the wire. Can he use it?
No. 56.
And that
Kevin, you require
tells you
56.
what it means to him. But what this finish would mean is that Kevin Burness would book his place
36.
in the semi-finals. He's missed 2 darts to do so.
Rob, you require 8.
Can Collins capitalise?
Game shot on the
Double
sixth
2.
leg. Rob Collins
Does the job for Rob Collins, who forces a last leg decider in this crucial match in Group 1. If Collins wins it, it goes down to the last match.
Final leg. It's Rob to throw first. Game on.
And he takes on Gary Stone. If Burness can break, then he is through to the semi-finals.
96.
It's going to go down to the last match anyway,
100.
because if that is the case, then it will be a straight shootout between Collins and Stone, of course, but gets rather more complicated, and leg difference will come into play if Rob Collins
45.
wins this match and then loses to Gary Stone. But it is a tungsten
100.
treat that we are being rewarded with here. Both players averaging just shy of a ton after 6 legs.
100. 81.
Who do you fancy from here? Collins needs a treble. He has to stay on treble 20. That's why he's trotting across the hockey to try and find a way in. No. Couldn't
41.
switch. Wouldn't have been able to leave a finish. Unless he got a couple of bullseyes, but
100.
it's not advisable, is it?
42. Kevin, you require 120.
And this could be it. Kevin Burness
Game, shot,
seals
and
the deal
match. Kevin Burness.
with a Shanghai shot to win 4-3. And the Iron Man has knocked Rob Collins down after the opening match. But he can get back up again when he takes on Gary Stone in what will be a straight shootout. But Kevin Burness is safely through to the semi-finals, exactly 100 average after completing that 120 combination. Burness once again can put his feet up and relax. He's been doing that for the last 2 days. He can do it for the next few matches. He is safely through to the semi-finals. Gary Stone and Rob Collins will battle it out to join him. And before that, Jared Cole takes on Chaz Barstow. Stay with us here on Sporty Stuff TV. We'll recap everything that's happened after the break, and we will be back in just under 3 minutes with Cole against Barstow. Welcome along to viewers on Sporty Stuff TV on finals night at Champions Week at the Online Darts Live League. You join us with 3 matches down in the group stages here. We're going into the second match of Group 2 as Jared Cole prepares to take on Chaz Barstow. Barstow won his first match 4-1 against Robert Owen. Kevin Burness is already through to the semi-finals. He's won both of his games in Group 1, seeing off Gary Stone 4-2 and Rob Collins 4-3.
First leg, it's Jared to throw first. Game on.
Stone and Collins will fight it out in a straight shootout.
96.
To see who joins Burness in qualifying from Group 1. Barstow will be through with a victory here against Cole, and it could be the same
57.
scenario in Group 2, if that's the case, when Cole meets Owen in a couple of games' time. Not much else has happened tonight in the world of darts, has it? I jest.
100.
Somehow are unaware, there has been a history-making event in the PDC. The Nordic Darts Masters Final
81.
was contested by Michael van Gerwin, who won his first title in 2021
41.
after a drought of almost 300 days. But that's not the big story. The big story is that Fallon Sherrock, runner-up here at the Online Darts Live League
100.
finals night on the last Champions Week, shown live here on Sporty Stuff TV 5 weeks ago, reached the final, becoming the first female player ever to reach a PDC final, and she did it on the big stage. She did it in style, and it was an absolutely magical moment for darts as a sport,
59.
a sport to which she is an absolute credit, an absolute superstar, and is kind of inadvertently, admittedly, but just doing incredible things to grow the game around the globe. So much attention on this sport now. Our figures are always up when Fallon is in the field, but
100.
tonight
Jared, you
her night
32.
was in Denmark. Who will the night belong to here?
Game
Will it
shot
be
on the first
King
leg.
Cole, who
Jared Cole.
takes the opening leg against Chaz, who's trying to be the champion for the first time? It is a hold for Jared Cole, 21-year-old, who looks to be
Second
the
leg,
youngest
it's Chaz to
ever
throw first.
winner of the Online Darts Live League. Barstow's back. Look at him go.
180.
He has been brilliant of late, Chaz Barstow. I think it's about time we saw him produce
140.
perfection. Come on, Chaz. I'm calling it now. Oh, Chaz. Chaz.
84.
He is playing that well. Honestly, he is playing that well. Last week's final saw Chaz Barstow average 111.33. Battered Kevin Burness, and that takes some doing. But Barstow beat him 4-0 in
57.
under 6 minutes.
$58. 100.
Kevin Burness will be the first semi-finalist. He'll play in the first semi-final tonight
94.
against the runner-up in this
Chance
group.
require 80.
Barstow looks to level up in this match.
Game shot on the second leg. Chaz Barstow.
It's a lovely finish from Chaz Barstow, an 80 combination, which we saw completed by Rob Collins
Third
in the
leg,
last
it's Jared
match.
to throw first.
This time it's Barstow's turn, and he will be a tough man to beat.
81. 125. 100. 58. 58. 58.
Stone v Collins next, as I mentioned. That is pretty simple. Whoever wins goes
98.
through, and will take on the winner of this group in the second semi-final. Just a reminder that there is a 10-minute break between the end of the group games and the semi-finals.
Jared, you require 164.
The same between the third place playoffs and the semi-finals.
58.
I don't think we've gone anywhere.
Chaz, you require 160.
If we do disappear for a while. Thought that was going to disappear for a moment
140.
then. The 160 couldn't go.
Jared,
how about the 106?
106.
Might have to go. And it's not going to go, so
58.
all of a sudden,
Chaz, you
Barstow
require 20.
bids for a break. Double five.
Game shot on the
And
third leg.
Sinks
Chaz
it.
Barstow.
Does it sink Jared Cole? 2-1 now to Barstow with a break to boot. And he's moving towards a place in the semi-finals.
Fourth leg, it's Chaz to throw first. $140. $45. $81.
By the way, plenty of
96.
darts to come. You may have missed that I mentioned earlier this evening that Phase 5 will begin on Monday.
100.
And there is a new prize fund structure in place from now on. Weekly prize fund, £2,000 to the winner each week. Their share of a
100.
£5,000 prize fund on each weekly finals night. That's in addition to the £15,000 prize fund at these finals nights
60.
at Champions Week, where the winner gets £6,000. So if you win your group, or win your week rather,
100. Chaz, you require 120.
and then go on and win at finals night, then you can pocket £8,000.
47.
Not bad, is it, for the
Jared,
players
you require
outside the Pro Tour?
160.
This isn't bad, but that's not good for Jared Cole. He needed a bedfellow
100.
to give himself a dart at double.
Chaz, you require 73.
And Chaz Barstow
Game shot on the
is
fourth
making
leg.
him pay
Chaz Barstow.
as he pulls away. Now 2 legs in front and 1 away from a place in the semi-finals. Barstow leads
Fifth
3-1.
leg, it's Jared to throw first.
Talking of the live league action continuing and all this talk of
100.
Fallon Sherrick, well, the women's series begins as well next Saturday. Saturday and Sunday, the action there. During the day as
45.
well. It doesn't clash with our coverage of the live league here. In Fallon Sherrick's hometown of Milton Keynes.
57.
Know that numbers weren't as high as expected. If there are any female darts
120.
players watching, give it a go. Entries still open for a couple more days. Head to the PDC website or the PDPA website for details.
96.
The live league continues. There is a break on the 4th of October
96.
when the World Grand Prix takes place. That's the tournament that really saw Michael van Gerwen rise to prominence back in 2012.
78.
And then the live league resumes on the 11th. 5-week cycle. We'll see Champions Week in Phase 5.
140.
Conclude the action.
Jared, you require
Is the action about to be
170.
concluded in this match? Because Chaz Barstow has
96.
chiselled his way down
you
through the
require
leg and has left
100.
100. And has left double top. And double 10.
80.
A reprieve. A let-off.
Jared, you require 74.
2 darts missed by Chaz Barstow to progress to the semi-finals. 1 dart for Jared Cole to stay in it.
34.
Just didn't look likely. perhaps slightly rushed.
Charge require 20.
And 20
and the match.
does the job for
Barstow.
Chaz Barstow, who, like Kevin Burness, books his place in the semi-finals with 2 wins from 2. 4-1, both of them. He beat Robert Owen by that margin as well. His average just under 90 in the end, hitting half of his double attempts. An 80 finish, the best of those. Jared Cole will get another chance. He'll take on Robert Owen in a straight fight for one of the semi-final places. And that is the same scenario when Rob Collins takes on Gary Stone. Burness and Barstow are both through. They could meet in the final tonight. But all of the other 4 players still in contention. Everything means something here at finals night. And we're about to find out who will join Burness and Barstow when Stone meets Collins next. Welcome back to the action at the Online Darts Live League. I'm Chris Murphy, talking you through it this evening. And this evening is finals night on Champions Week, where 6 players battle it out for £6,000, a first prize for the winner here at the end of Phase 4. And Gary Stone and Rob Collins still in with a chance of taking the title. But this has effectively become a knockout match now. The final group game in Group 1 is a straight shootout between this pair, because Kevin Burness beat them both to progress to the semi-finals.
First leg, it's Gary to throw first. Game on.
Burness has since been joined by Barstow, who thrashed both Robert Owen and Jared Cole by a 4-1 margin.
137.
And Cole and Owen will meet in the next match in exactly the same scenario as this.
48.
A winner takes all affair. Nice and straightforward for once, isn't it?
140. 100.
Hope you're enjoying the action. Do let us know who you fancy for the title
60.
at Darts Live League on Twitter. You can contact me as well at Chris Murphy 180, wherever you're watching. Have you been watching the darts from Denmark before tuning in live on Sporty Stuff TV or the Online Darts YouTube channel here, where MVG defeated Fallon Sherrock in the final of the World Series event there? Sherrock was the runner-up, of course, at the last Champions Week. Jim Williams
92. Taking
the crown, following up after another Welsh winner in Richie Burnett. Will the trophy be staying in Wales with Robert Owen,
Gary requires
this time
72.
winning it? So will we see a Scottish winner in Gary Stone, perhaps? Well, he's taken the first step in this winner-takes-all tie. A lovely 72 combination to get off the mark in the match.
Second leg, it's Rob to throw first.
Northern Irishman Kevin Burness through to the semis. Englishman Barstow also through.
83.
Could be a Scotsman and a Welshman as well.
190.
To complete the UK combo of semi-finalists, but Jared Cole and Rob Collins will have something to say about
85.
that. However, Gary Stone against a throw, opening with a maximum.
58.
Had a stellar evening last night, did Stone, winning all 4 of his matches in Group B.
180.
3 of them 4-3 before he beat Jared Cole
61.
4-2.
Rob, you require 153.
Collins 180 in response has left him on a finish first. Just knocked out of his stride there after Stone dropped some of his equipment. It hasn't put him off, has it?
170.
Almost turned him on. Rob Collins poised to level up
135.
after a couple of legs.
Robbie
Short format as always
36.
at the Live League, first of 4. Double 18 desired. It's not a bad miss. Double 16.
Game shot on the second leg.
It was a big miss,
Rob
but not a bad
Collins.
one. And Rob Collins cleans it up on double 16 to level it up at 1 leg apiece.
Third leg, it's Gary to throw first. 41. 58. $59. $43. $44. $140. $100.
Well, a straight ton leaves a finish
140.
for Rob Collins, but that 140 puts him in an even better spot against the throw here. Stone needing to find something.
97. Rob, you require 120.
Can he get one past that? Couldn't.
55.
Into the treble 20 bed.
Gary, you require
Stone needs
160.
2 in the lipstick.
85.
Could only
Rob, you require 65.
manage 1. Oh, that's a bit of a disaster for Collins. 12 then for the bull, but the bull looks blocked.
$19.
Yeah, it was never likely, was it, for Rob Collins from there? But he knows
Gary,
that he might have
requires
passed up
75.
a brilliant opportunity to break. Stone gets a dart to hang on to his
35.
throw.
Rob, you require 46.
A nod from Rob Collins suggests he feels good. He feels like this is his.
26.
But he hasn't hit. Oh,
Gary,
that could be
require 40.
pivotal for Rob
Game
Collins.
shot on the third leg.
As Gary Stone somehow manages to hang on to his throw and wrestle back the lead in this contest. The Scotsman leads by 2 legs to 1.
Fourth leg, it's Rob to throw first.
But only after Rob Collins had missed 3 darts to break him there. 1 at the bull, 1 at double top, 1
$99.
at double 10.
$95. $45. $42.
It's the first time that we've seen either of these players at a Champions Week.
41.
One of them will make it to the semi-finals.
95. $140.
Stone should think about this. 19's now. And back upstairs.
44.
Needed the treble to leave a finish. So Collins will close in on parity.
140. $97. Rob, you require 36.
Double 9.
Game shot on the fourth
And
leg.
Collins does
Rob
claw it back to
Collins.
2-2. Nothing in this, and it's a race now to 2 legs to see who joins Kevin Burness and Chaz Barstow in the semi-finals.
Fifth leg, it's Gary to throw first.
The winner of this, of course, will play Chaz Barstow in the last 4 at the second semi-final.
140.
Rob Collins averaged 94.7 in defeat to Burness in his match. He was performing at a superior standard to Stone, who went down by a leg more and didn't manage to trouble a 90 average, but they're playing at a very, very similar standard here. Stone around about where he was in that match, but Collins' level has dropped for this one.
$93. $60. Gary, you require 131.
Stone still in charge, and he can move to the brink.
49.
Place Rob Collins at the cliff edge.
94.
Gary taking out 82. 17. Double top.
42.
Well, could we see something
super
size here from Rob Collins? Good attempt, and he knew that was a good guide.
96.
Felt he could follow it. He
Gary,
couldn't.
you require 40.
It's another outside chance. Gone begging for Collins. Had a better chance of breaking earlier. That's made things even harder here for Gary Stone. Knocked the dart that was in and made it block the bed.
68.
No entry for Gary Stone.
52.
Collins can't capitalise.
Gary,
Stone survives.
40.
After that dangling dart, blocks the bed, but this time he finds it. Double top to get on top, 1 up and 1 away from a semi-final spot.
Sixth leg, it's Rob to throw first.
All on throw in this match.
57.
Rob Collins.
$57.
Needs to hold again here and then break.
$60.
In the decider.
84. $134. 99. $93.
He leaves the finish first. Stone is going to be somewhere near. He's going to be ahead.
140.
Perfectly poised
Rob,
this leg.
157.
Rob Collins will now have to rely on Stone not producing What would be at this point
57.
the biggest finish of
Gary
the night?
require 121.
In more ways than one. But he can't complete it.
57. Rob, you require 100.
And Collins surely can. Double top. And we are going the distance. It's down to a decider. One leg of darts will determine which one of this pair goes through to the semi-finals and remains in contention for the title.
7th and final leg. It's Gary to throw first. Game on.
And the £6,000 first prize that goes with it. Will it be Scotland's Gary Stone or will it be England's Rob Collins? A winner on the Challenge Tour last year, Collins.
140.
Looking to enhance his profile. Victory at the Live League. And Gary Stone looking to carry on the Scotland success story of late. After watching Peter Wright and John Henderson win the World Cup of Darts. The man from Larkhall in Lanarkshire.
26.
Bidding for a tilt at the title here. But is he made of stone?
134.
Collins is the first to a finish. He's had the better of the last leg shootout.
45.
And Gary Stone is crumbling.
142.
6 darts from here for Rob Collins to set up a tasty semi-final showdown against Chaz Barstow.
140. Rob, you require 52.
1 point in it. But Collins claims it.
And the match. Rob
Collins is through to the semi-finals here at Champions Week at the expense of Gary Stone. Collins will clash with Chaz Barstow in the last 4 as Stone drops out of finals night after a 4-3 defeat in which Collins broke in the last leg decider in a tense, dramatic duel between the pair. 100 finished the highlight for Collins. Stone's parting shot was a 72 checkout, but he will play no further part in finals night. There is one more score to settle, one place in the semi-finals still up for grabs, and it is another straight shootout between, well, two men who could have been great strikers in another sport. Owen and Cole coming next. Welcome back. The first of our winner-takes-all affairs in the group stage has been completed, and it went the distance as Rob Collins got the better of Gary Stone in the end. Now it's over to the one in Group 2. Chaz Barstow already through. He's beaten both of these players 4-1. He's two top scorers in the world of sport, Owen and Cole, fighting it out for a place in the semi-finals. Jared Cole, 21 years of age.
First leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Looking to become the youngest ever winner of the Online Darts Live League. Robert Owen trying to keep the title in Wales, because so far
44.
the victors on Champions Week have been Welsh. Richie Burnett and Jim Williams.
60. 41.
Owen was off colour in his opening match of the evening. He averaged only 76 and bits against Chaz Barstow, who
57.
took him apart, really. Jared Cole was marginally better. Barstow not having to get out of first gear in dispatching of the pair of them. So now they will battle
43.
it out for a place in the semi-finals. Winner takes all, as I said.
180.
As Jared Cole delivers the first highlight of the match, although that's not strictly true if you look at Robert's hair, is it?
140.
The winner of this to take on Kevin Burness in the first of our semi-finals. The Iron Man ironed out both Gary Stone and Rob Collins before Collins fought back
61.
to go through.
Jared, you require 85.
Well, with Owen not on a checkout, Cole has opted to go 25-20
65.
tops. Nothing wrong with that. Owen just can't get going this evening, can he?
122. Jared, you require 20.
Cole can clinch
Game
an early
shot on
break
the
of
first
throw.
leg.
And
Jared
that's
Cole.
exactly what he does. Robert Owen is going to have to up it if he's going to turn this around. Jared Cole claims an immediate break.
Second leg, it's Jared to throw first. 140.
Here he comes.
180.
Good evening, Robert. Thanks for joining us.
100.
Will he be staying long?
$83.
Well, it might be get your coat time if Jared Cole can double his lead here. It's an uphill climb then for Owen.
55.
We'll be disappointed with his showing. We know he's
60.
capable of producing much better. This is a man who's reached the semi-finals at the UK Open before, of course. There's been a big fixture
42.
at the Online Darts Live League. We've seen him over the weeks produce some stunning stuff.
81. Jared, you require
180 is
164.
going into this finals night. He's added another couple
64.
this evening.
Robert,
one
you
of them
require
in this leg,
97.
helping him to carve out this opportunity to break straight back. Which route now? Well, he was hunting down the treble 18, but to no avail.
73.
And now Jared Cole has the
Jared,
opportunity
you require 100.
for one to become two. Top stops, is it? No, he fancied the treble,
90.
and he got it as well.
Robert, you require 24.
But he couldn't get the double.
Game shot on the second leg.
And Robert Owen has broken back. Looked like he was struggling. He was in the first match and at the start of this one. But he has lifted himself up off the floor, and he's now level in this crucial match.
Third leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Not only is he level, but he's throwing first. Therefore has the advantage.
43. $100.
He's played more matches than anybody in this particular phase of play. Robert Owen. This is 54th, having appeared
140
in 2 groups on his winning week, and then 2 groups this week.
91.
Interestingly, over all of the
100.
matches played in this phase, so including Champions Week and the week in which they qualified for it, there is just 0.01 in the averages
85.
between this pair. Nothing to choose between them. 87.71 Jared Cole, 87.70 Robert Owen. That was going into this
85.
evening. And guess what they're averaging in this match? Around 87. Early days yet, and we know that both men are capable of lifting it.
Robert, you require 133.
I feel like he needs to find a treble
81.
here, Robert Owen. And he
Jared,
has.
you require 140.
Importantly, with the final dart of the visit.
116. Robert, you require 52.
Double top. Double 19.
14.
Well, the look on his face just suggested maybe Robert Owen should have stepped back
Jared,
there
you
and
require
accepted
24.
that the dart had gone in the wrong bed. He's done all the hard work to break back.
18.
Now he gets a bit of luck. Jared Cole failing to
Robert, you require
capitalise
38.
on the couple of missed darts by his opponent. Didn't intend to hit that, he wanted the 6. Not a disaster. Still gets 2 darts at a double.
Robert Owen.
And he hits. And in doing so, hits the front. Robert Owen 2-1 up against Jared Cole. Remember, whoever wins this match goes through to the semi-finals.
Fourth leg, it's Jared to throw first. $140.
Very, very impressive young player. Jared Cole, a winner on the development tour, a mad
83.
title belt winner. Graduate of Steve Brown's very
57.
impressive and influential Junior Darts Corporation system. Starting to see that, well, we have been seeing it bear fruit for a number of years now.
64.
But he lived a charmed life
100.
last evening. With young Cole getting through by the skin of his teeth, surviving missed darts by Nick Fulwell to take a 3rd leg in the final match of last night, which would have knocked Jared Cole out and put Richie Burnett in. But Cole got the 4-2 victory that he needed. Difficult situation for Nick Fulwell, wasn't
60.
it? Already out, almost playing for somebody else.
Jared, you
Would
require
have happily swapped with Richie Burnett,
148.
I'm sure. Another. Oh, yes.
134.
Oh, not enough in that. Just lobbed it, didn't he? And he gives
Robert,
us
you
the
require 154.
self-analysis there, Jared Cole. He knew what he did wrong, but he can return to put it right.
40. Jared, you require 14.
Not far away.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
And a good adjustment, the necessary adjustment made, and the adjustment on the scoreboard is from 2-1 to 2-2. And just like that last match, this one looks like it is going all the way.
Fifth leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
4-3 to Rob Collins, breaking in a last leg decider to see off Stone and book his place
100.
in the semi-finals, where he will take on Chaz Barstow in the second semi. The winner of this will play the first semi-final 10 minutes after the end of this match
125
against Kevin Burness, the man who just keeps conserving energy, doesn't he? Won Group A, had his feet up for 2 days, won his first 2 matches here.
140.
Sure, he's somewhere in the practice room with his feet up. A nice Sudoku
96.
And a cup of Earl Grey.
$140.
Owen still in command.
100. Robert, you require 121. $97.
And he sets up double 12 for his return.
44. Robert, you require 24.
So to go 1 ahead and 1 away from a win that would seal a semi spot.
Game shot on the fifth leg.
And there it is.
Robert Owen.
Will it be Owen going through to the semi-finals? He needs just 1 more leg, but Cole has the darts in leg 6.
Sixth leg, it's Jared to throw first. $100. $60. $83.
Owen still not able to lift his level to even the par for him in this phase. 5 points below Cole in that 87 range.
119. $121. $44. $60. Jared to require 155.
Looking likely to level up. Treble 19. Double 19. Oh, what a way to level up. And to take some momentum into the last leg. Jared Cole producing the night's biggest checkout to force a last leg shootout.
Seventh and final leg. It's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Once again, we've gone the distance. We have more late night darting drama at the Live League.
60.
He went all the way between Rob Collins and Gary Stone in the winner-takes-all group game. And now 1 leg will decide which of this
100.
pair go through to face Kevin Burness in the semi-finals.
$100.
The pair hadn't met
96.
until Monday this week when Robert Owen beat Jared Cole 4-1. Cole returned the favour the following day. And then Robert produced the same scoreline on Wednesday. Each time they've met, it's been a dominant win one way or the other.
105.
But the tension is palpable. Plenty at stake for a guarantee
100
of £1,500, the winner of this match, but still to be in with the chance for this £6,000 winner's cheque and the right to call themselves an online darts live league
81.
champion.
Robert, you require 101.
18 points in it, but Robert Owen has the first go. Well, he was trying to find the treble 14 for tops. Now Jared Cole has to hit this.
119.
He's just taken out 155 to level the match. Can he produce another ton-topping finish to win it?
99.
A missed start to do so for Jared Cole.
Robert, you require 8.
Cole was close. Well, is it?
Jared,
Owen,
you require 20.
Owen, gone. Those 3 missed darts at double for the match.
Game,
and
shot,
once again,
and
Jared Cole makes the most of his luck, makes the most of the misses by his opponent, and steps in, hits the double, and sends himself through to the semi-finals. Robert Owen didn't really get himself going this evening, an average of 83. He bows out of the tournament. The 155 checkout from Jared Cole, which forced the last leg decider, the real highlight of that match. And after Owen missed 3 darts to win it, Cole stepped forward, pinned double 10, and booked his place in the semis. He will be up in the first semi-final of the evening. That is coming up in 10 minutes' time. It's Kevin Burness against Jared Cole, and then Chaz Barstow against Rob Collins. Stay with us. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. And it is now time for the semi-finals on Champions Week in Phase 4 of the Online Darts Live League. Brought to you live by Sporty Stuff TV and the Online Darts YouTube channel. I'm Chris Murphy, describing the action this evening. We have 4 matches left to play, 2 semi-finals, a third place playoff, and then the final in which somebody will be crowned the champion and will pocket a cool £6,000. Well, can it be King Cole, or maybe even King Kevin, as Jared Cole, the 21-year-old, bidding to be the youngest player to take the title.
It's Kevin to throw first. Game on.
Faces off against Kevin Burness, 55 years of age.
96. $122. 100.
And he's been impressive this week. Won Group A, put his feet up for a couple of days, won his first 2 matches tonight. And big favourite to win this semi-final against young Jared Cole, and a maximum further endorses that claim in the opening leg.
99. Kevin, you require 125.
Treble 20. Couldn't be found, but he will be back. Although
50.
He should have been on a much more manageable finish than 75. Cole can take some encouragement from that slip.
60.
Can't
Kevin, you require 75.
really do any damage. 18. And again, it's a wild dart from Burness. It's a mess from Burness.
35. Jared, you require 120.
And Cole steal the leg from under his nose. He's a third of the way there. Make that 2/3.
Game shot on
and
the
there we
first
go.
leg.
As easy as 1, 2, 3 for Jared Cole. The 120 check out to break Burness in the very first leg, but it was a mess of the Iron Man's own making. He's down.
Second leg, it's Jared to throw first. Game on.
But by no means out in this race to 4 legs. But what a start for Jared Cole. The Shanghai
100.
shot had a 155 check out in that 4-3 victory against
45.
Robert Owen that secured his spots in the semi-finals. Both of these players actually responsible for the absence of the
43.
former Live League champion Richie Burnett at tonight's finals night. Kevin Burness beat him in a winners-takes-all match to win Group A to progress
60.
to the last 6 himself. And Jared Cole defeated Nick Fulwell 4-2 in the last match of last evening. A result that meant Burnett went out
43.
on legs difference by a single leg. So for the first time, after Burnett's departure last night and Robert Owen losing to Cole in the last match, the Online Darts Live League title will not be given to a Welshman.
99.
What a setup shot that was, by the way,
170.
for Jared Cole to leave this 170.
56.
Brilliant 145 to do that. But he might be saving his best for the biggest match he's had so far at the Live League.
49. Kevin, you require 100.
Might be tops here. It is tops.
60.
Clattered off the barrel of the dart, already in the bed.
Jared
And it allows the opportunity for young Jared Cole to take a giant leap towards the finals night final.
59.
But the bullseye hampered him.
Kevin, you
and the double six
40.
was beyond him. So Burness to get back in control of this contest. Double 10.
20.
What on earth is happening to Kevin Burness here? Didn't miss doubles in the previous leg, but he missed darts to get to doubles. Now he has missed 3. Jared Cole opting to split, but now he's made it harder for himself. That is a wonderful dart from Jared Cole. Curled into the corner like a David Beckham free kick around the wall. In the top corner of the bed. And he doubles his lead in the match.
It's Kevin to throw first. Game on. $97.
So a reminder of the other semi-final that follows this
54.
one. Chaz Barstow against Rob Collins. Collins, who, like Cole, came through a winner-takes-all group game in a last-leg decider against Gary Stone. Barstow has been dominant this evening, beat Cole and Robert Owen 4-1
95
to win Group 2.
$97.
The performances in the group were all pointing towards a Burness Barstow final, but Jared Cole
96
has gone up a gear or two. And his sharp shooting and clinical finishing has seen him
72.
take a 2-leg lead in this match. There is an opportunity here for Jared Cole. You feel if he can get 2 trebles, that he's more likely to take out the finish than Burness is, based on what we've witnessed so far in this match.
60.
But he hasn't left a finish.
110.
So Burness on course to halve the deficit. Won't be in this visit. Treble 16, maybe treble 12.
54.
Treble 16 was the choice from 72. A 180 just to try and rattle Burness would have been in the back of Cole's mind. He doesn't have to worry too much. It would only be a hold with throw for the Northern Irishman.
56.
Who's missed 4 darts at double already, but he puts an end
Burness
to his double drought in this match and gets a leg on the board. Cole, though, still in front and throwing first in leg 4.
4th leg, it's Jared to throw first. Game on. $100.
Kevin Burness has been a regular competitor at the Online Darts Live League.
93.
And he hits a big fish in this match.
85.
This is his 170th game in the Live League.
98. $180.
180. To celebrate.
145. Kevin, you require 136.
So to break, it's not going to happen. Cole will come back now. Last time he was on this combination, he went for the 25 and hit the ball, and that caused
78.
him a few problems.
Requires 65.
This time, He gets the
Game shot on
green
the fourth
and
leg.
then beds the
Gerwin
red.
Cole.
And now he's one leg away from booking a place in the final at the expense of the experienced Kevin Burness, who needs to win 3 legs on the spin.
Fifth leg, it's Kevin to throw first. Game on.
Burness on his first appearance in Phase 1. Won Group A.
140.
Sorry, Group C, which he was in the kind of pilot for this tournament, and then on week 5 won Group A. In Phase 2, he won Group C.
40.
And Group B, and in Phase 3 he won Group A and won the final. He also won Group A on Champions Week in Phase 3, but finished 4th in the final. Well, he won Group A again this week, Kevin Burness, and has been able to relax since Wednesday. But is he heading for a 3rd place playoff on Champions Week again, rather than a grand final?
140.
He's determined for that not to be the case.
52.
And 2
Kevin,
140s and a 180 in
41.
this leg have left Kevin on double 16
Game shot
after
on the
10
fifth
darts,
leg.
and he goes out in
Kevin
11.
Burness.
And the manner in which he won that leg serves as a little reminder to Jared Cole. I'm not going away yet, Jared, says Kevin Burness. You will have to beat me.
Sixth leg, it's Jared to throw first.
But this is the leg in which Cole will hope to do it.
100.
Last dart treble. Just to ease the tension for the youngster.
140. 57.
But not this time. And Burness seems to have hit something of a purple patch here. And 3 darts in that red patch for the 4th time in this match. And all of a sudden, Kevin Burness is on the brink
46.
of a break that would set up a last leg decider in which he would have the darts.
140.
Brilliant stuff. It's a complete copy of the previous leg. 140, 180, 140. Jared Cole now looking like a rabbit in the headlights.
81. Kevin, you require 41.
Burness in cruise control.
Game shot on the
But I assure you that that was
Kevin
not a replay
Burness.
of the previous leg. Burness has just done exactly the same thing in exactly the same way and gone out in 11 darts to force a last leg decider.
7th and final leg. It's Kevin to throw first. Game on.
And Burness has the darts in that decider.
121.
Spellbinding stuff. Really is. When his back was against the wall, Kevin Burness
41.
came out swinging. And he's won the last 2 legs in just 22 darts to leave 21-year-old Jared Cole facing the prospect
49.
of defeat when victory was so close he could taste it.
96. 100.
He slowed down a little bit in this leg. Kevin Burness
96.
was lining up a simple finish in each of the last 2 at this stage. So a slight reprieve
57.
for Jared Cole, who needs 98 points minimum to leave a finish.
84.
He would have left a finish had he hit the 25 segment
98.
as he took aim at the bullseye there. Always the slight risk of not finding the 25 when opting for such a route.
134. Kevin, you require 76.
So how many darts does Burness get Does he get any? He doesn't. He can't hit the 25 either. And Kevin Burness produced a purple patch
44.
in this game. Back-to-back 11 darters to force this
Jared
decider. But faced with 76, he hasn't got a dart at double. Jared Cole has 2. And he only needs 1.
Jared
Cole clinches it in a last leg decider, and he claims a place in the final. The 21-year-old is the first man through to the Champions Week decider, defying an average of 95.91 from his opponent. Cole was some 13 points worse off in that department. 4 180s for Kevin Burness, none for Jared Cole in that one. But the 120 finish added up towards that 4 out of 6 checkout success rate, and Jared Cole has clinched yet another dramatic victory to book his place in the final, where he will take on either Chaz Barstow or Rob Collins, and that match is coming right up after this. been a night of darting drama here at the Online Darts Live League Champions Week, and we have one finalist already. Jared Cole has just beaten Kevin Burness, despite Burness posting an average of 13 points more. Cole winning a last leg decider to book his place in the final, and he will face either this man Charles Barstow or that man Rob Collins. The pair of them going head to head for the right to take on Cole in the decider. The loser will meet Burness in the third place playoff.
First leg, it's Chaz to throw first. Game on.
There will be a new name on the Online Darts Live League trophy. Chaz Barstow, many people's favourite going into this evening's action, and he has lived up to the billing despite not really getting out of first gear. 4-1 wins that he enjoyed against Robert Owen and Jared Cole. He made light work of the pair of them.
43.
We saw him average 111.33 against Kevin Burness in last week's final. That was not only the highest average of the phase, but the quickest match that we've ever seen here at the Live League. Viewers on Sporty Stuff TV just
96.
watching a match in less than 6 minutes last Saturday. Kevin Burness, well, his luck just keeps being bad when it comes to Champions Week. Once again, he finds himself in the third place playoff rather than the
52.
final.
Charge require 132.
Barstow making the early running in this one. No need for the firework finish on 132. With Rob Collins
92.
stranded in the 300s after 9. Barstow tees up tops. This pair have played plenty of darts at the Online Darts Live League, but surprisingly,
100.
they haven't
Charge
actually gone
require
head to head with
40.
each other before.
20.
Chaz Barstow not yet ahead. I feel he should have been. That is one section of his game that perhaps could do with sharpening up this evening. 4 out of 11 against Robert Owen.
20.
So he did hit half of his doubles in the next match against Jared Cole, but he's already missed 5 here.
No
and allowed Rob Collins
Robbie
a chance
167.
to bag a blockbuster break. Not to be.
58. Chaz require 20. Game shot on the
Chaz
first
Barstow
leg.
does
Chaz Barstow.
get the first leg in the ledger, deservedly so as well. He raced away before taking his time to finish, but he holds his throat and leads this semi-final 1-0.
Second leg, it's Rob to throw first. $97.
Just to put that final meeting against Kevin Burness into context
100.
from last week, Chaz Barstow, it took him 5 minutes and 58 seconds to win that match. The longest match that we've had here at the Live League was 26
100.
minutes and 35 seconds. Blistering Barstow, a pacey
78.
player. Rob Collins, a fast thrower as well. Not quite the same speed as his opponent in this one, but they both like to get on with it.
100.
And it does all add up to
96.
a more entertaining game of darts, doesn't it? What a phase it has been, phase 4, by the way. 3 9-dart finishers, having only seen 2 across all of the previous phases. Richie Burnett, Martin Adams and Colin Osborne all producing perfection.
59. Robbie require 108.
Gone by. We haven't had one on Champions Week. Should add the word yet.
60.
Still a couple of games to come after this one. And legs in this one yet. Third place playoff between Kevin
52.
Burness and the loser of this, and
Rob,
then the
you
final
require 48.
where the victor will take on Jared Cole.
Game shot on the second leg.
Well, that was perfectly pitched from Rob Collins, right in the centre of the double top, and Rob Collins levels up at 1 leg apiece.
Third leg, it's Chaz to throw first. $78.
Previous Champions Week finals have featured Richie Burnett beating Sean McDonald. I know for certain that Sean is watching this
59.
evening. Be good to see him back in the next phase, and he'll be delighted by the news that we broke earlier that there will now be a weekly prize fund for the Online Darts Live League. £5,000 prize fund each week. 2,000 of that going to the winner on finals night each Saturday, and then that's in addition to the £15,000 prize fund that we have at Champions Week. So in total, £35,000 on offer over the course of 5 weeks.
140.
But yeah, Burnett v McDonald in phase 2. Jim Williams beat Fallon Sherrick in the final in phase 3. Sherrick has been beaten in another final
100
tonight, a more famous one on TV at the Nordic Darts Masters World Series event, where Michael van Gerwin
78
picked up his first title in 2021. Do hope to see Fallon Sherrick
100.
back at the Live League in the coming weeks.
70.
Chaz Barstow can stay in the 15 segment and then go up for double top.
50.
We'll run you through next week's lineup
94.
in just a moment at the
Chaz, you require
conclusion
20.
of this leg. Double 5. And again, Chaz Barstow is just chasing
Rob, you require 104.
doubles around here. And Rob Collins has a chance to steal the leg. I don't think he's going to stay there. I can't believe he did. There were other options
88.
like that, which he hit. I think he's thinking that himself
20.
now. Why didn't I go for that with my second dart?
Game shot on the
And
third
Chaz Barstow
leg.
makes him pay. Finally bedding a double. He has been a little bit dodgy on the outer ring in this match, but he's done enough to hold his throw twice and lead the semi-final by 2 legs to 1.
Fourth leg, it's Rob to throw first.
Yeah, so just as promised, phase 5 with the new weekly prize fund on offer
81.
begins on Monday. Aaron Turner is the Modern Amateur Darts qualifier in Group A, joined by Carl Wilkinson,
57.
Connor Scutt, who is in action at Champions Week this week, the Welshman Martin Thomas, Mike Warburton, and the former Pro Tour finalist Richard North. Then the Phase 3 champion Jim Williams joins the action in Group B on Thursday evening live on Sporty Stuff TV, along with the scholar Matt Dennant and this man Rob Collins, with Danny Pilgrim, Graham Usher and Tony the Bear Newell in action in Group C. That all gets underway Monday
43,
the 20th of September from 9:30 AM on the Online Darts YouTube channel. Monday
100
through to Friday, and the evening sessions live on Sporty Stuff TV, including finals night next Saturday. Here Chaz Barstow has produced
60.
his first match of this match
164.
as he bids to break here and put himself in pole position for a place in the final.
140.
He's done exactly that. Well, the first part of it anyway. No guarantee though. He's missed 10 darts at double already in this match.
100. Chaz, you require
2 from
24.
12, but it's one in double 12 that sees Chaz Barstow open up a 2-leg lead in this semi-final, and he is now throwing for a place in tonight's decider.
Fifth leg, it's Chaz to throw first.
And Collins has to lift himself Don't shake your head, Rob.
140.
Well, instead it was a knowing nod as he saw Barstow launch another assault on the treble 20.
83. $40.
The door ajar.
$100.
Collins still standing outside it, wiping his feet on the welcome mat. But all that's done really is allowed Chaz Barstow the chance to hook the chain and double look.
60. Chaz should require 141.
To do it in style. Well, it would have been a 180 followed by a 141. Not for a 9 darter.
94.
But it would have been a super 6 for Chaz Barstow, who is lining up a third straight 4-1 win of the evening
60.
To secure his spot
47.
in the decider.
Game,
and
shots,
Barstow
and
books his place in the final. He will take on Jared Cole for the right to be crowned the champion. Chaz Barstow has won all 3 of his matches by a 4-1 margin tonight, and he still really hasn't got himself out of first gear. There was only 1 dart double for Rob Collins. Chaz Barstow wasn't really that good on the outer ring, but it didn't matter in the end because Collins didn't really get going. Barstow has eased through to the final. Can Jared Cole put up a better fight than his previous opponents? Cole, of course, was one of them that went down 4-1 earlier this evening. That's coming up a little bit later, but before that we have the third place playoff in 10 minutes time when Kevin Burness takes on Rob Collins. Well, the final of Champions Week on Phase 4 at the Online Darts Live League is still to come this evening. But before it, the third place playoff between Kevin Burness and Rob Collins, who just fell short of the final. Burness from Northern Ireland taking on the Man of Steel, Bognor Regis's Rob Collins, a challenge to a winner. Went down to Chaz Barstow in the semi-finals just over 10 minutes ago. Burness was beaten in the last leg decider by young Jared Cole, the 21-year-old who is bidding to beat Barstow in the final to become the youngest Live League champion.
It's Rob to throw first. Game on.
It is a £500 game, really, this. The pair of them playing for
95.
The right to win £2,000 tonight rather than the 1,500 fourth place prize. And then the final is a £3,000 game. The runner-up will take home that amount. The winner will take home £6,000. News announced today of a weekly prize fund at the Online Darts Live League starting from next week's finals night. A weekly finals night prize fund of £5,000, £2,000 of that to the winner, and of course still the £15,000 prize fund at Champions Week.
140.
So the chance for players over the 5-week cycle of a phase to pick up a potential £8,000, two for winning their finals
97.
night, And then a further 6 for winning finals night on Champions Week. Not bad, is it? 4 players outside of the professional tour.
17.
And many of them in different places in their game. Some of them trying to get back. Some of them just enjoying their darts away from the Pro Tour, having put that level of
140.
competitiveness behind them. Others, young stars trying to rise and raise their profile, like Jared Cole, who will play in the final.
100.
Chaz Barstow is certainly raising his profile with his performances here. But more on that when we get to it. Right now, it's Burness looking for another one of those.
60.
It's over the top.
Rob, you require 91.
And Rob Collins, treble 17. Or maybe the bull. Or maybe double 17. Well, he's a long way off the treble 18 that he was aiming for.
51. Kevin, you require 40.
So Burness to break immediately.
Game shot on the first leg.
And that's exactly what he does. He's already beaten Rob Collins this evening. And he's already taken a big step towards doing it again. Burness breaks to lead 1-0.
Second leg, it's Kevin to throw first. Game on.
He met Collins in the second match of Group 1, beat him 4-3, averaged exactly
60.
100 in that one. The best performance of the night in terms of the stats. Chaz Barstow has been dominant this evening in terms of results, but he hasn't produced anything like what we saw last week and earlier this week from him. But Jared Cole will be well aware of that going into the final. It's been an absolute pleasure once again to talk you through the action. Taking over from the ace asset Paul Nicholson halfway through the week.
60.
Been a fabulous phase, hasn't it?
58.
Phase 4, 3-9 darters in it so far. Time for another yet. And it is only getting bigger and better, the Online Darts Live League.
58.
Hope you are enjoying the late nights. Darting delights live on Sporty Stuff TV.
81.
No, I certainly am. This pair will they'll be playing under a slightly subdued feeling, having failed to reach the final, but there is that extra £500 dangled as a carrot for the winner of this match.
$105. $140
scored by Rob Collins, as he hopes that Vanessa won't score the same amount, and he won't. So a chance
82
for the
Rob, you require 60.
Man of Steel to cancel out that early break by Burness.
20.
But 2 darts missed
Kevin,
to do
you
so.
require 58.
Both a double top, and that's the target Burness wants. Now he wants double 10, which he hits to double his lead. The Iron Man has the early advantage in this match, and he is halfway to the win. He leads Rob Collins by 2 legs to 0.
Third leg, it's Rob to throw first. $60.
Rob Collins' performance level has just dropped and dropped and dropped tonight. It started with a 94.7 average in that defeat to Burness in his opener, but then
100.
in beating Gary Stone, who was down in the 80s, then in losing to Chaz Barstow, it was just 77.44.
95.
And he's under that here in this third place playoff. Perhaps when he looks back, something for him to revisit. How can he maintain peak performance for longer, or at least get better as the night goes on?
60. 100.
Burness just been allowed to ease past him here.
44. Kevin, you require 161.
May well go for this. I think he would have gone for the bullseye had he found the
137.
second required treble of that visit. But Burness will return
59.
for a second breaker throw,
Kevin,
and it
you
looks like
require
Rob
24.
Collins knows that the writing is on the wall for him in this third place playoff.
No score.
3 darts missed by Kevin Burness, however. Go on then, Rob. 180 to leave 3.
130.
It's a 130
Kevin,
to leave
require
53, and that
24.
does put some pressure on Burness. It's getting trickier, that. That dart's just
Game
moved
shot on
down
the third
towards the
leg.
double, but he's
Kevin Burness.
managed to use it to guide it into that double 12. Kevin Burness has a 3-leg lead and is 1 away from a whitewash win.
Fourth leg, it's Kevin to throw first. Game on. $100.
Just some news ahead of the final. I can tell you that Jared Cole has won the bull
100.
in the practice room and will throw first against Chaz Barstow in the final.
140.
So we move into Sunday morning here at the Online Darts Live League.
40. 100. 100. Kevin, you require 161.
We're dubbing the after darty. After Fallon's
97.
fireworks in Denmark and MVG's magnificent as he ended his title drought. You've seen the big show.
40.
Now join us for this darty
Kevin,
party
you require 64.
before heading to Slumberland. This to put this to
Game,
bed.
shot,
And
and
Kevin
the
Burness
match.
does.
Kevin Burness.
A 4-0 win in the third place playoff as he eases past a below par Rob Collins, who only averaged 75 and had 2 darts at double. Burness at a canter winning the third place playoff, trousering £2,000, £500 more than Rob Collins, who gets 1,500. 64 the highest checkout, 86 the average from Kevin Burness. He'll be disappointed that he's not in the final, but he does finish third, and it's all eyes on the final next. Chaz Barstow, who has been in excellent form for the last couple of weeks against a 21-year-old talent, Jared Cole. That's coming up in around 2 minutes' time. Well, 5 weeks ago, 48 players were in contention to win Phase 4 of the Online Darts Live League. 4 weeks passed and they were whittled down to 12 before this Champions Week. They were cut in half for finals night, and now only 2 men remain. Jared Cole, the 21-year-old, taking on Chaz Barstow in the final.
First leg, it's Jared to throw first. Game on.
For the £6,000 first prize, to get their name on the Online Darts Live
54.
League trophy, like Richie Burnett and Jim Williams have in the previous phases.
140.
Well, this pair have met 3 times in as many nights, and on every single occasion, Chaz Barstow has beaten Jared Cole 4-1. Will it be all 4-1 at the end of the evening?
99.
As Barstow bids to crown what has been a really successful couple of weeks with the title. And can he repeat the kind of procession that he produced in the weekly final 7 days ago when he battered Kevin Burness 4-0 with an average of more than 111 and took less than 6 minutes to do it? How about a big fish finish
170
to kick off proceedings?
96. Jared, you require 167.
How about a 167 finish to kick off this final? Neither of those things are happening, and Jared Cole's throw
99.
He's
Jared,
under
you
threat.
require 74.
He's already been broken 4 times tonight.
50 scored.
Out of the
62.
9 times he's tried to defend his
Jared, you
throw.
require 68. Game shot on the first
But this
leg.
time he does defend
Jared
it.
Cole.
He holds to take the first leg in the final with a 68 combination finish. Cole draws first blood in the final.
Second leg, it's Chaz to throw first.
Chaz Barstow does need to find a break from somewhere and carry on
85.
his excellent record on throw this evening. Hasn't been broken yet tonight.
140.
He hasn't produced the kind of stuff that we've seen over the last couple of nights, and indeed the previous week.
58.
His average for this evening's action is 89. It's still higher than Jared Cole's, but consider that 111
81.
that he had in the final last week. Consider that only one average on Thursday night was below 100. For him to be
190.
under 90 for a night's work is perhaps encouraging for his opponent. Having said that,
96.
he has won all of his matches very comfortably, all by a 3-leg margin. 3 matches tonight won
140.
4-1. 3 matches against Jared Cole this week won 4-1. So that first leg
96.
that Jared Cole got,
Chaz, you require 99.
he's likely to be the only one he gets.
79.
And a missed start double top there for Chaz
Jared, you
Barstow.
require 88.
Hasn't been great on that tonight. 3 out of 11
Game shot
now.
on the second
And Jared
leg.
Cole
Jared
capitalises. Another combination checkout for him. 88 following the 68. And he breaks Barstow to take control of this contest.
Third leg, it's Jared to throw first. 97.
Really clinical stuff from Jared Cole. Did have the higher checkout percentage of the pair going into the
57.
final. 43% compared to 36% for Barstow. It's 100% in this match.
190.
And now he's finding the trebles as well. And perhaps the
58.
fact that Charles Barstow hasn't really been given a game tonight means that he's coming into this final a little cold against Cole. And Cole's been defying the odds
45.
for the last couple of days. Went down to the very last leg, remember, last night in his match against Nick Fulwell. Had to survive match darts that would have eliminated him from the tournament. Same scenario in a last leg decider against Robert Owen
59.
in Group 2. We then beat Kevin Burness in the semi-finals,
95.
also in a 7th and deciding leg.
Jared to require 120.
Not many people would have expected Jared Cole to go 3-0 up, but that might be about to happen in this final.
44. $128. Jared requires 76.
Great dart. Is it another clinical
Game shot
combination
on the third
finish?
leg.
It is.
Jared Cole.
Jared Cole here is taking Chaz Barstow to finishing school. 68, 88 and now 76, and he's one away from being crowned champion.
Fourth leg, it's Chaz to throw first. $100.
Absolutely superb finishing from the youngster. 21 years of age, a former winner on the development tour
85.
from Hertfordshire. And really taking the game to Chaz Barstow.
137.
A man who has twice this year reached the quarterfinals on the PDC Pro Tour.
100.
And if he's going to turn this around and win
140.
from this position,
$60. Chaz
he will have to do
require
something that has
124.
only been done 19 times before at the Online Darts Live League.
60.
And that is win 4 legs on the spin from 3-0 down. 19 times that's happened. That are precisely 2,424 matches. That's how rare it is. But this would be the first step.
24.
The first step has not yet been taken.
158.
But he will get another chance.
98.
Could even be a last chance for Chaz Barstow.
40.
Struggled on tops all night.
Game shot
But he finds it now
Chaz Barstow.
to prevent a whitewash win for Jared Cole in this final. But Chaz Barstow still has an awful lot of work to do.
Fifth leg, it's Jared to throw first.
Cole has the darts now to seal
81.
what would be an enormous victory for the youngster.
$134.
He won that Challenge Tour event. He's won youth tournaments in the WDF system as well, of course.
29.
Modern Amateur Darts belt title as well. And this would be a massive payday
99.
for him. If he can check out one more time, he will be
27.
taking the £6,000 cheque out of the building with him.
98.
Chaz Barstow leaves the biggest cheque out, and he's on the brink of a break here.
60.
Cole powerless to do much
Chaz
about it.
require 170.
Barstow starting to bring the kind of level that we're used to seeing from him at the Live League.
65.
He's managed to up his average to around 96. But here comes Cole.
140. Chaz require 105.
Reappearing in the rear view mirror in this leg. Tops, is it? I can't believe he's gone that way with the little
65.
success he's had on that double this evening.
Jared, you require
He did hit it in the last leg.
164.
Probably look at the ball now. Oh, 2 balls by Cole.
Judge
Brilliant
require
stuff.
40.
Showboating.
Game
But
shot on
Chaz
the fifth
Barstow
leg. Chaz
is clinging
Barstow.
to the coattails of Cole. He finds the double 10. Last start in hand. This final is not over yet.
Sixth leg, it's Chaz to throw first.
Chaz Barstow, as I mentioned, looking to produce a 20th
40.
comeback from 3 legs behind in the history of the Online Darts Live League.
96.
He has managed to do it once before. That was back in phase 2 against Sean McDonald.
87.
We've seen it this week. And Martin Adams did it to Gary Stone.
60.
Cole himself did it in phase 2 against Scott Baker.
80.
Can Chaz Barstow complete the great escape in this final?
180.
Jared Cole determined to stop him. So he fires in his second maxi of this match.
98.
And he will get a chance, surely, in this leg.
57.
Or perhaps not. Needs a treble when he comes back with one of his first 2 darts to get a dart at double.
100.
Barstow leaves a 2-darter. This is perfectly poised. Is this the moment? It's not.
92.
And Chaz has been
required
chasing
96.
all match. And it's double top
Game
again,
shot on the
and it's
sixth
in.
leg.
A
Chaz
rescue
Barstow.
act from Chaz Barstow, but can he complete the ultimate comeback win from 3-0 down? He's tied it up at 3 apiece, and we
Seventh
have
final leg.
a
It's
last
Jared to throw
leg
first. Game
decider. Cole has the darts, but surely he won't be feeling good about this right now, and you can see that in his body language. What's that, he says?
45.
And what is that coming over the hill? The Online Darts Live
60.
League monster that is Chaz Barstow started to produce what we know he can, and it's all getting too much for Cole.
31. $137.
Well, Chaz Barstow was 3-0 down after some
93.
deadly finishing from Jared Cole in this match. Cole took out checkouts of 68, 88 and 76 in each of the first 3 legs. But he hasn't had another dart at double since then, as Barstow has bounced back and has now become favourite to win this final
58.
and pick up
Judge
the
require
£6,000 first
124.
prize. He's just going to tidy it up
84.
and leave himself on double top. He's had a love-hate relationship with that target all evening. Jared Cole has got no idea what's happening here. He's in a spin
134.
caused by this
Judge
man.
require 40. Game, shots, and the match. Chaz Barstow.
And Chaz Barstow is the champion, as brilliant Barstow completes a comeback win to claim the crown here on Champions Week at the Online Darts Live League. He has been the best player over the course of the last couple of weeks, Chaz Barstow, though he hasn't shown it much this evening, but he did in that Barstow Blitz, a 4-leg run to turn around the deficit after Jared Cole had taken out 3 clinical finishers in the first 3 legs. He wasn't then to get another dart double because Chaz Barstow came roaring back to claim the title. He just would not be denied. Richie Burnett, a winner on Champions Week in Phase 2. Jim Williams in Phase 3. And now Chaz is the champion as Brilliant Barstow takes the title. He wins Phase 4, pockets £6,000 and takes the title. He is our Online Darts Live League champion. And the action will return on Monday. Do join us from 9:30 a.m. for Phase 5. That gets underway with Group A on Monday morning at the Online Darts YouTube channel. We'll be back as well on Sporty Stuff TV Thursday, Friday and Saturday evening. Saturday for another finals night. But this phase, this night, belonged to the champion, Chaz Barstow.